God bless you in this beautiful day. We are here in sharing gladness as usual. And with Yurley and Uzi. How are you?
That's me, Uzi. I'm doing great.
So that's me, Yurley.
That's you, Yurley.
And you are also great.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
I'm happy to see you and happy to be here. And I'm happy that we are back and that many people now, they have the chance to at least take some minutes of the day
Yeah.
and try to say,
Enjoy.
what did they speak about? Let's see.
Yes, today in this program we have a topic that sometimes can be applied in different areas of your life. Minimums and maximums. Minimums and maximums.
That sounds like mathematics. I remember immediately.
And then you
doing
start
this.
having a headache. Well, in my case, at least.
Oh, I wanted to be sharing gladness to just
Forget
get rid
about
of stress, and you are coming with that.
I cannot say I didn't like maths. I enjoyed them, but I was not like the best or the one that understood everything. But I was not bad. I was like the third or the second to the first. And when you said maximums and minimums, I remember that doing this. Okay, divided, 3.
Well, I didn't like maths either, but I remember the feeling when you were able to understand a topic that was hard. The satisfaction that you felt was wonderful.
Yeah.
So
In my case, I was not good at that, but I was not that bad. But I didn't like it.
Okay.
Okay, so do you think that you take on too much and expend too much energy every day doing many things? In my case, I have to acknowledge, yes.
I think
When you go to sleep, you're drained already.
Totally. And sometimes, like, my body is telling me, no, don't stop. Keep on doing. Because my mind is working. And then I say, if I don't do it now, maybe I won't sleep well. So sometimes I have to get up and do something just to make my mind, feel more quiet.
relieve that
that's
pending
right.
stuff or pending
That's right.
task.
Well, I was like that, but since maybe 1 year, I asked God to help me to determine this is my time to get off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to do that.
To get unplugged.
Yes. If I have still something to do, I will say no,
It's
sorry,
not the
it doesn't
time.
fit in my schedule. Tomorrow I'll do it. I have to
Wow.
rest.
So how long did it take to
No,
to
it
make the
was a
switch?
process, but now it's easier for me. I know it's the time. I just literally turn off
off.
everything, and it takes
It
just
works.
some few minutes.
I have done it.
But you can't.
But then I remember something and I say, no, if I wait for tomorrow, that will be too much. So then I put against my phone on and start doing the little thing that I consider for tomorrow will be too late.
I think there are many people.
Today, I think
Like
we're
this.
many like that. Yeah.
I think it's a matter of the time we're living, like all the little things that we are doing. But they are little, but there are many. So you need to start, as you said, finishing them.
Yeah.
You have to finish them because otherwise, not only your body but your mind is going to tell you, you cannot sleep yet, you cannot just rest it yet, or forget about this yet. To get up and go do it.
It's not like I am irresponsible and it doesn't matter to me.
No.
No, I try to do it, but I have made my mind, and I have asked God to help me to do that because I know, especially with age, how important to rest is. So I try to do that.
Absolutely.
But during the day, I try to do my best so that after this hour,
That
I
your
won't
time
even
is-
answer the phone. Nothing like that. I won't.
Well,
text it.
I'm working on that. I'm trying to set those limits and to respect them, but I think in the beginning of the process, yes, because you can set limits. In fact, I think I have set the limits, but I don't stick to them yet, right? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So it is important to set goals, right? And set goals for even every day. So make clear, try to find out how much you can do depending on the responsibilities, the commitments, the appointments that you have.
And the priorities.
And yes, priorities as well. And don't go beyond that. Sometimes we put too much there in the list.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you
And then
think
we
you
feel
can make
frustrated.
it, and yeah,
Yes.
I've been there.
We have been there.
I was reading that it is good, for example, if your job, your life is full of meetings every day, 3, 4 meetings, well, the number you know,
Yeah.
you should set one day free of meetings, right? One day to say, today, no meetings, that's my limit, and that's the possibility for me to rest. But I
Okay.
haven't been able to do that.
But that's good. I think we need that time off for ourselves. It's not because sometimes we say it's my day off and you don't work, but you have 100 things
At
pending to
home.
do. But yeah, to have that time, and then you say, no, it's my time. I'll rest.
And even well, I think we're concerned. We're talking about job and your responsibilities with your job, but what about home?
Yes, it's the same thing. I have met housewives
You just
that
go
they
home
cannot-
and there are a lot of
yes.
tasks to do.
all the time, even late at night. They are still cleaning and washing and doing many things, right? So we burn out
Yeah.
when we are like that. So when we set those boundaries,
Maximum.
we will avoid that. We will avoid that tiredness, to be burnout.
Yeah.
And that's why we need to learn to feel peaceful when we are just like that, doing apparently nothing. Because resting is doing something. But for us, many times, we
How
have the
hard.
idea that no, if we are not doing certain activities during the day, and if we just stop doing them, then we are lost, we are wasting our time. That's one of the biggest challenges I am facing now. I was telling you late, so.
Yeah, I was remembering when I started this process, like this goal, I'm going to rest. I felt terrible. I felt so bad. I felt irresponsible. I felt everything. I was, oh my good God, I'm wasting my time. This is too much. I cannot be here.
No. Concerning what is to rest, we could have the idea that resting is stopping yourself from doing everything, like any task at home or any task at work. But I heard an old man saying that he's retired. The other guy told him, like, you should be resting, you should be doing nothing. But he says, no, I changed my activity and now I feel I'm resting. But he's doing a different activity. So sometimes we find rest doing something different.
But I think it should be something like a hobby or something that you really enjoy.
Uh-huh.
Because I can't stop doing an activity that belongs exclusively to my job, but then to start doing something similar. And I
Yeah.
could tell myself it is another activity.
To be honest, I have felt somehow guilty and sometimes I feel bad. When I get home, it's just a matter of getting used to, because you cannot just, in my case, get home and don't do anything.
Mm-mm.
Because there are always many
Yeah.
things to do.
Especially with kids.
Yeah, with 2 kids. and your house and everything and cleanness and everything. So I when I see around my house, I say, no, I can't sit down, I can't just lay on my bed, or I can just go somewhere. No, I need to do this. So I need to fold the how do you say that, like do the folding of your clothes.
Uh-huh.
And organize, sweep and mop and organize. But one day I said, no, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna lay on my bed.
So
And 5 minutes later I felt like, no.
couldn't.
I got up and
So we
do it.
should identify which ones are those activities that help us to feel like that we are indeed resting, that we are recovering energy, because not everything will work. Yesterday I thought that I would rest. And then I remembered that I needed to send a message on WhatsApp. You know, WhatsApp sometimes becomes very useful for your work. And when I realized, then other messages came in, and I just finished all that time just communicating with others.
One task led you to many others.
That's right. That's right. But we should set also minimums and maximums for positive things. For instance, when you want to learn to play an instrument, when you say, I want to set some time for reading. So it is also good to say, okay, every week I will set 2 hours, 3 hours, right, to do this or to do that. Because there are many things that we enjoy, but I have also thought about it lately. For instance, to go to a mountain and look at the sunset, and sometimes you have the time, but you just don't do it because you spent your time doing something different.
Yeah, it happens. For instance, I want to invite my parents home and have a beautiful lunch, delicious lunch, and then you say like, okay, next week, okay, next week, okay, next week.
And then, okay, next year.
So it's funny how we postpone things or activities that we'd love to do, but because we don't set those things, they don't come.
Yeah.
I think we need to plan, because even to rest requires, okay, I'm going to plan my rest. I remember Olgita telling me, okay, you have to schedule your rest time, and I was like,
it sounds
yes.
crazy. It sounds crazy, but yes,
Yeah.
we should.
Yeah,
should.
it will help a lot. And also with those things, in my case, with those things I would like to do, sometimes it's, I don't have the time, I cannot make it, so later, you just keep on moving things for later, and then you realize you have not done it.
Because if we set the time in our agenda, okay, this time is for learning, this time is for reading, things that we enjoy and know they are not necessarily part of our work. Yeah. And then this time would be just to rest. Yes? If we have that in our agenda, it will be easier for us to realize what time indeed we can use for working and not to exceed that.
Well, when I mentioned that the idea of resting is just to sleep, I didn't mean to exclude sleeping, because sleeping is, of course,
it works.
Yeah, I mean,
for me, it works perfectly.
No. I mean, it is very important. I mean, doctors, the scholars say that we need to rest. We need to let the machine and the engine rest. So your brain needs to rest. Your body needs to rest. And how much time do you think we should spend sleeping?
Well, it depends. Sometimes, for me, just 10 or 15 minutes is enough. And when I wake up, I feel very different. But there are other days that I'm really, really tired and I need almost all the afternoon.
Okay.
Yes. But what I have been doing is to put my phone off, right? I turn it off because if not, then those notifications will come up, will sound, and then I will be interrupted.
But what about night?
No, yeah, because in my case, I cannot sleep during the day. I can sometimes when
take a nap.
Yeah, for me, no, that does not work. No, not even 5 minutes, not even
really?
an hour. Yeah, I cannot. I will lay on my bed and I cannot I can't.
You can rest your body, probably your feet.
Yeah, but what I do is just from time to time, because during the day I don't do it. It is just to lay.
I have tried that. I just lay on my bed and then I say, okay, just
to rest my body.
Yes, and then
what time is it?
Then I'm lost in my dreams.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person, on the circumstances.
But during the night, I like to have quality time. So I try to take maybe 5 to 6 hours. No more than that.
I heard the other day that you need 8 hours.
Yeah.
But with 5 hours, I think we are more than done. If, of course, you have a deep sleep.
Yeah.
If you don't have kids, they wake you up at midnight, and so I think 5 hours of good sleep and deep sleep is really, really good.
Okay, so this leads us to say that in order to set limits, we need to know ourselves, right? We need to know how much rest do we need, what is the best way to rest, or if we are in the process of learning, of developing a project, how much time we need for that project to be successful. Because some people really need to work hard in order to succeed in a project. Some others, they just work in a very simple, soft way, and they get good results. But for instance, when I was learning English, I knew that I had to study more than the others, that it was not as easy as others. So you need to know yourself. You need to set the time to analyze your advantages, disadvantages, your pros, your cons, and then based on that, you can set limits in a better way.
Yeah, depending on your goal and also on who you are, then you will determine the time. Because I was remembering things that I want to achieve, and yes, I'm dedicating a little bit longer or than before because of that, because I know it is not something I will get done in 5 minutes, so I will have to dedicate more time.
Right. And there are people that are able to cope with different projects at the same time. They do many things in many areas. And you could say, okay, if that person does it, I can do it also.
Yeah, multitasking not all the time works.
There are people that they just need to stick on a project, and that's enough for that person.
Yeah, one thing at a time. And well, it is, I think it has to do with the multiple tasks that somebody could have this skill. So if you have the skill to manage so many things at a time and even be really good at it, and all the things that you're doing, you can make them work. It's okay, but if you just stick to one and you do it, no problem.
And another important thing that I found very necessary to learn to set limits is learning how to speak about what is important to you. So let me explain it. For instance, in a friendship, you need to learn how to let your friend know that you have some limitations in your time and your responsibilities, because there are friends that want to take all your time for them. And if you are not able to be, of course, kind, respectful, and tell that person, hey, I want to be your friend, I like the time we spend. If you're not able to say it, but I don't have much time because I'm doing this and this and this, then it will be also a problem for you, because you set the limits, but you are not able to stick to them just because you are worried more for what the others are saying or pressing on you.
That's I was just thinking that's sometimes difficult. For instance, this is your day off, my time off, and then my family comes and they have so many plans, and I'm like, no, I said on Sunday I'm going to rest from 3 to 5, and they no, we have to go this and that, and then you have to explain, no, it's that you're always resting your given time.
You're always resting, but it's the only time that you have set for your rest.
Yeah, you're not sharing with us.
Yeah, that's difficult. That's difficult. Sometimes we could make plans and we could set limits, but even with your family, it turns like, I have to.
You need to set limits in your relationships as well, of course. Yes? Because if not, we are going to start doing things just because we want to please the others. But who is thinking about you?
And anyway, you won't feel satisfied. You will just be doing them because you have to, but you won't enjoy them that much. And that will be noticeable in you. And then they complain, oh, why you're reacting like this?
So may God help us to know ourselves, to go to the root of who we are, but also to be able to express the people that are around us, those limits, with love, with kindness, but to express them.
I wonder if it is the same, because we are of course not from any European country or America, but we have this Latino culture and mindset. And I was the other day talking to somebody about those relationships in Europe, and he said they are very cold, like everyone is in their world. So how would it be there? Would they just don't step on your time or respect your time? They are more considerate, or when you have friends from there, they don't bother you, or they are not intense as we are. I think it also has to do with the culture.
Right. We want to invite you to write down your comments about that.
How it is there. Or even in India, because I have seen people watching the program from India. So
in the Philippines, it's different.
Too?
Yeah.
Oh.
So share your comments with us, because we also want to know more about those cultures. This is a conversation. You were about to say something about the Philippines.
That is kind of, it's similar to here in some areas. They're really close, and their families are really close.
They want to be with you so much time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is good when you can do it, but we need to understand that sometimes it is not that the person is not willing. It's just that it is not possible, right? And we shouldn't feel bad because of that. We should respect also that.
To enjoy the time we have, and the time we don't, we just...
And something that we also should learn to do is to say no.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes we feel ashamed, or we say, I'm afraid to say no. I'm afraid to say, I'm sorry, I really set this time for this task or this other thing.
Yeah.
And we're like, inside, we're struggling, like, shouldn't I? And at the end we say, yes, let's go. Yes, let's share. And then you say, I could have rested.
Regret. Yes. Okay, so setting minimums and maximums in our lives is important. It's necessary. May God help us to do that. Yes,
definitely. May God help us and yes, we should enjoy what we do, setting these boundaries or limits and maximums and minimums, which is not mathematics.
No.
But we should be able. We have intelligence. We should ask the Lord for our character to be a little bit
strong.
More strong. and enjoy life as much as we can in God's will.
And I think we will be able to enjoy more life doing that, feeling not tired all the time, stress about everything, because we are already organized.
It will bring many benefits.
Exactly.
So this was Sherry Gladness.
Thank you.
Beloved friends, thank you for being with us. Thank you, Yurley and Uzi.
And greetings
My
to
blessing.
all of you who are around the world. If you are from
Yes.
India, from the Philippines, you said, and from the US sometimes. Yeah, they watch us. And well, write on the comments if you have any topic that you would like us to talk about, and definitely share the testimonies or the things that we have asked you. How would they be in your country? God bless you.
So God bless you. Bye bye.